Wait, you're telling me the Knights Templar came to North America before Columbus and they encountered Bigfoot?
If that's what you want to call them. But it wasn't the typical Sasquatch people talk about today. These were ape-like humanoids that stalked the forests of North America. You'd call them Bigfoot, but these were older, meaner, smarter, and they weren't just any Templars. These were the Forsaken Three, elite warriors once sanctioned by the Church. They weren't explorers, they were hunters, sent after something the Vatican wouldn't even admit existed.
Hunters? Of what exactly?
They called them demons, monsters. Today we call them cryptids.
How the hell does that even make sense?
Because these weren't ordinary knights. They served under Pope Boniface VIII, but in secret. Their mission wasn't recorded in any crusade ledger. They were tasked with purging the unnatural, silently, permanently.
Okay, but why were they called Forsaken? What did they do?
Let me start from the beginning. Rome, Italy, year 1299. Rain lashes violently over cobbled streets, drenching the cloaks of three knights once hailed as heroes. They huddle beneath the crumbling archway of a ruined abbey on Rome's outskirts. Darkness cloaks them, deeper now than the storm itself. The Black Pope, an enigmatic figure shrouded in ecclesiastical darkness, has corrupted the traditional puppet pope and branded the Knights Templar heretics. His secret cabal, known as the Brotherhood, extends shadowy fingers through every throne and pulpit across Europe, controlling even France's King Philip IV. Sir Cadogan, tall and muscular, with rugged features etched by countless battles, gazes grimly at the city he once vowed to protect. His armor is tarnished, his spirit fractured. Duty is his anchor amidst chaos. Sir Alaric, lean and gaunt with piercing blue eyes and graying hair, sits hollow-eyed, his faith shattered into irretrievable shards, haunted by dogmas that now seem false. Sir Benedict, younger and wiry, with pale skin and restless dark eyes, shivers, plagued by spectral whispers in the dark, murmurs hinting at secrets better left undiscovered. Whispers speak of Eden, not paradise, but a distant land across the vast ocean, a place shrouded in myths of hope and horror. Is Eden their salvation, or another twisted betrayal? An exiled Templar monk, dying from plague, banned from leaving with a fleeing Templar order, the Order of the Pale Flame, who had already departed without him out of fear of infection, gives them a forbidden map. The Garden of Eden is real, he whispers hoarsely, eyes glassy, but it was never meant to be found. It's now the land of the Nephilim. Initially resistant, Cadogan crumples the map in his fist, his voice tight with desperation. This is madness. We're sailing to our deaths. Yet, as relentless black-robed inquisitors close in around them, the knights find themselves driven onto storm-ravaged seas, pushed to their physical and spiritual limits. Fighting the corrupted church directly would demand powers only their demonic rings could provide. But the price, their souls, was far too steep. Bound by honor and faith, the knights choose the uncertainty of exile over damnation, setting sail toward a fate unknown. 6 weeks at sea, hunger gnaws their stomachs, salt water stings their blistered lips, storms hammer the ship, lightning slicing the sky like divine judgment. Each night faces dark visions brought forth by the relics they excavated from beneath Solomon's temple. 3 rings etched in celestial runes. These rings bind them to ancient demonic entities whose whispers offer power at an unthinkable cost. They had sworn never to use them again after losing control in Italy, nearly destroying the city in their possessed rage. Sir Benedict dreams of Belial's icy grip, leaving frost in his veins. Sir Alaric endures visions of molten battlefields under Azazel's fiery rain. Sir Cadogan confronts Asmodeus, witnessing Eden aflame, his comrades slaughtered by monstrous wildmen, ape-like figures wreathed in bone and blood. Eden's shores appear wild and primeval, forested landscapes and misty mountains, eerily silent. They explore the first village, round, dome-shaped, or rectangular large structures built from wood, bark, mats, and earth, covered in hides. The structures have been destroyed, bodies are ravaged, ripped apart, bones gnawed clean, entrails hang like warnings. Benedict finds a bowl of vegetables, purple root flesh oozing sweet, ink-black sap. They drink from the river, their minds clear. They speak freely again. They discuss what could have decimated the people like that. Could it have been the Templars seeking refuge before us? There's no sign of their ship. A snap in the woods. A figure takes off running. The three knights give chase, racing through this unknown world. Everything foreign. It trips and falls. Alaric turns the figure around. It's a young girl wearing strange clothing and jewelry. She's frightened, eyes wide as if she has never seen anything like them. They try communicating, but they can't understand each other. Suddenly, an arrow pierces Alaric's shoulder. Cadogan and Benedict spin around. A tall figure stands a short distance from them. Tall, with long red hair, dark eyes, and a more ancient but uniquely different appearance. His silver jewelry glints in the light. He has native features, but not quite the same. His clothing is woven from bark, hide, and woven metallic threads, unlike any they have seen. He charges. The three knights assume a defensive position. The battle, an epic and intense battle, ensues. The tall being moves with preternatural strength, skill, and intelligence. Every strike with his twin silver swords is precise, his motion a blur of calculated force. His armor, a hybrid of natural and celestial materials, turns most of their blows. He disarms Alaric, knocks Benedict into a tree, and locks blades with Cadogan in a deadly dance. Before they can regroup, they are surrounded by dozens of similar beings, tall, agile, and armed, silent, grim. The leader steps forward, even taller, with braided red and white hair and deep golden eyes, his face marked with ancient runes. He wears ornate bone and silver armor, a cloak of feathers trailing behind him like a shadow of wings. A Templar emerges from behind him, Gideon wearing Templar armor now weathered and patched with Native American-styled materials, bone, leather, bark, obsidian beads. "Stand down," the Templar says. "They will not harm you." The revelation Gideon tells the Forsaken Knights that his Templar order was at war with beasts unlike they had ever seen. The wild men attacked their fort by night, whittling down their numbers. On their final defense, they were overrun. Few survived. Gideon escaped, rescued by the people he now walks with. He gestures to the girl. "When they raided us, we were saved by the ancient guardians, the Ilyari. I'm still looking for the few survivors of my order. I know they're still out there. I've learned their ways, their language." The giant leader speaks in a tongue like rumbling thunder and birdsong. Gideon translates. "We are the Ilyari, descendants of the Watchers. When the heavens warred, some fell to earth. They found human women beautiful and bore children. We are their blood, those who carry light and wisdom. But the others, the corrupted bloodlines, spawned monsters. The wild men are the twisted cousins of their kind, once peaceful, now corrupted. They war to reclaim the earth in darkness, and they are winning," he continues, sharing their ancient origin. "Our ancestors once ruled an empire called Ancient Kemet, 12,000 years before your time, a civilization of impossible knowledge and harmony. They built monolithic structures that aligned with the stars and channeled the earth's energies. They lived among the gods, walked beside celestial beings who taught them to bend light, shape stone, and understand time itself. But the balance broke. The gods withdrew, the stars shifted, and corruption took root. A war erupted between those who guarded the light and those who embraced darkness. Kemet fell, swallowed by the sands and rewritten by the victors. We are all that remains, fragments of a forgotten age, protectors of Eden's final light. The knights are taken to Obsidian Hollow, a vast cave system veined with celestial ore. Inside, blacksmiths forge radiant weapons, passing down lost knowledge. Our ancestors once lived beside the gods, but now the gods are gone. We stand alone. Massive bipedal creatures, savage, ape-like, snarling and roaring, adorned in war paint, wielding brutal weapons made of bone and stone. Their eyes burn with infernal hunger. The Ilyari stand tall. Gideon fights beside them. Cadogan, Alaric, and Benedict clash against the horde. Blood spills across Eden's soil. Benedict is pulled down by two beasts. His sword snapped. Alaric suffers a blow to the head, dazed, gushing blood. Cadogan sees them faltering. His hand trembles toward his ring. He puts it on. Darkness floods his veins. His armor shifts. Plates blacken. Edges glow red. A crimson cross etched across his chest like molten fire. His eyes ignite with Asmodeus's mark. He fights like a god of war. Precision, power, and elegance wrapped in destruction. He meets the leader of the Wildmen, 10 feet tall, crowned in feathers and bone, wielding a mammoth club. They clash in a brutal duel. Cadogan slays him. The reflection, fallout, silence returns. The dead are honored, pyres and stone cairns. The scent of burning wood mingles with blood and ash. Cadogan, haunted, sits on a ridge, the ring still burning on his hand. Alaric stares into nothing, his faith now dust. Benedict listens. Whispers grow clearer. They speak his name. From the trees, peaceful wild men emerge. Smaller, gentler, confused, victims of corruption. They mourn their kin. Eden wasn't salvation, only truth. And truth is ugly, but for the first time, they are free men. The tease from the dense forest shadows. A massive ancient entity watches. It wears a crown of twisted antlers, its body cloaked in shifting bone plate and smoke. Behind it, a demonic Ilyari, adorned in ancient war paint and armor influenced by forgotten native cultures, waits. The entity smiles. A voice speaks only to Benedict. The gate is open now. Eden was never meant to save you, only to prepare you. The true war is about to begin. Far across the water, a Roman ship crests the horizon, its black sails reflecting blood red in the setting sun. The three knights stand on the shore. They found us.
Cadogan whispers.